It's Republican ended up with an emperor. So, I mean, this movie is perhaps was very prescient to do a movie about America's Rome because it's going to happen in a few months. And it was the same reason. The Rome of that time was so prosperous. Rome was making lots of money. So the senators were actually very interested in their power and their own wealth, and they weren't managing the country. The same thing has happened here. Our senates and our representatives are all wealthy and manipulating their own power rather than running the country, and we're in danger of losing it.
Brandon, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Back in Rome, were they eating cats and dogs?
I had a Haitian subplot in I really did. There was, after the 9/11 thing, I did a lot of rewrites trying to, because it was about utopia. It was about a world made beautiful by the genius of human beings. So I worked with Haitians a lot, and they were the kindest, sweetest people I've ever met in my life. They were so welcoming, and I would donate equipment to them years, and there's a beautiful Haitian film called Freda, made by a woman. I tried to get it to be seen but they were the first slave country to win their freedom, and they've never been forgiven, for being. They're still paying for that victory that they have. But they're beautiful people. They really are. I don't want to get on a debate on that, but I have personal experience that makes me admire them so much. They're the nicest people. But anyway, I feel that about the whole human family. We're all one family, and whether you want to admit it or not, we're a family of geniuses. You're my cousins. And there's nothing with the creative gifts we have, there's nothing we can't solve. And that's all I want. My feeling is a line in the movie, it's time for us to have a debate about the future, and I want everyone to be in on that debate, and I want no questions to be not permitted. We have to talk about the future, and we do, because otherwise we will put the world in a mess, and it'll be the kids who suffer, because they're going to inherit it also. It's time to talk about the future. And that's what I think the movie tries to do.
Well, why don't we use our limited remaining time here to talk a little bit about this question of the future, which is very much at the heart of Megalopolis. Not just the future, but I think how we might find reason for optimism, even as things are collapsing around us, which I think is very much what this film deals with. I don't want to ask all of you, as people who've really witnessed a lot of change in the art and the business and the technology of movies. Like, are you optimistic about the future when it comes to cinema? All of you.
You're not asking me because I say very clearly that I believe that I'm optimistic about the future, and I hope the film explains to some degree, but I could go on and on and on as to why I am, but I'll shut up.
I'm worried. I see the things in Francis's film about that, the parallels and so on, and to me, it's not over till it's over, and we have to go at this wholeheartedly to beat the Republicans, those Republicans, they're not real Republicans, beat Trump. It's that simple. We cannot have that type of person in this running this country. That's simple. Everybody has to get out there and vote, and we have to make it very clear what America is. It's not what that other thing is. It's just not what we are about, and everybody knows that. Even the people that are doing wrong know that.
I think it's so hard that everyone of you here who realize that the human being is a creature of such creativity and genius I mean, there are many intelligent animals. We know octopuses are intelligent, and elephants and pigs and certain birds. But by a range of beyond the limit, there's nothing, we deciphered the human genome. We learned how to splice it. We can send craft to photograph Mars. We can engage in particle physics. And nothing no one can do that. How can you not deny? And I think that we are kept deliberately to be told we're less than we are because it's easier to sell to us. Basically, there's trillions of dollars spent on selling little pieces of happiness to us. You can sell happiness to people who are happy, so you've got to keep them feeling unhappy. And I think that's what's going on. We're kept deliberately down and down on ourselves so that we're easier to shear like sheep. And if we realize that we are capable of solving every problem that faces our Earth, our planet, the climate, of course we can solve it. Think of what we're capable of doing, and so let's do it. And let's do it for the sake of the children. That's what this film says at the end.
As my sister says, forward, not backwards. Simple. We got President vote and show up, and she says herself that this election is going to be very, very close. So, Bob, you just said the phrase, you got to keep big sports fan. It's not over till it's over, and we cannot just think that the game's over when it's not. It's coming down to.
But I deliberately got people to make this film who disagree. I mean, there's actors in the movie that are voting another way, and there are people in it who have been canceled which way and right. And we in the movie we all work together happily and creatively. So it shows that it shows that I didn't want them to say, oh, it's some woke movie that it's just a politically. We're above the politics in making of the film, I thought, and yet still we were all liked each other and participated and made this film together. So I'm hopeful that we can work even with people who disagree with us to a higher goal.
Okay, just one final.
Just imagine Donald Trump directing this movie. It'll never go anywhere. It'll be total craziness. So that's all I think. He's not putting anything together because he doesn't care to hold anything together. He wants to destroy the country. And he could not do this movie. He couldn't do anything that has a structure.
No, I went to military school with Donald Trump. I went to military school with Donald Trump. We went to the same military academy. NYMA, but I was a little older, so I was poor, so I was a tuba player in the band, and he was rich, so he was in the headquarters where they could keep their lights on after taps.
I'm unfortunately hearing that we are out of time. I'd like to thank all of you and congratulate you, Francis, for this.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you. It's time. We need a great debate about the future, and we want everyone to come and be part of that debate.
Register to vote, too.
Yes.